Welcome to How Times Change, year two. I want to say that year two episode. Who knows? Great support from everybody that's been here along the way. I really appreciate it. Keeping me going because I only get on once a week for real. My lovely co-host Nikki 24/7, aka Don't Sleep, aka I Do Everything. You know what I'm saying? My favorite history teacher, your favorite history teacher. Nikki, let's introduce the guests. All right. So if you on the show, hit the box and we'll get you in there.
If you don't already know me, I'm Princess T. I'm your friendly neighborhood homegirl. I am an admin for Top Badge Beautiful J and Top Badge Strawberry Red for downtime on Sundays at 4 p.m. and Life Happens 8 a.m. Thursday mornings. They are both featured shows. I also have my own show I do on Sundays at 1 p.m. called Pretty Problem Podcast. It is a debate style podcast where we discuss thought provoking topics in a debate style format. So if you like to argue, come see me.
All right, can guys have pretty problems?
Of
No.
course they can.
No.
It's usually somebody like me. I'm the problem. So the misconception
That's
about
right.
Pretty Problem Podcast is that it's about looks. It is not about looks. It is because I have a pretty problematic thought process on how I look at the world. So it's a play on the word pretty. It ain't really about the looks.
All right. Say that. Vibes.
You know the vibes, man, like it always is, man. We're going to bring positive energy and good section throughout the app and into the world. I'm new here. I've only been here a couple months, but I wanted to show love to everybody. Check in Mondays, Love and Order with yours truly, Nikki 24/7 as the bailiff and the co-producer of the show. We just had the Star Game takeover on last Monday, and it was absolutely amazing. Also, check in Wednesday. Actually Love and Order is at 10 o'clock on Mondays. It actually is prepared to be a feature by the grace of God. It's going to happen real soon. Monday, It's Okay to Be Human. We just had that show today. That's at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. And then followed by a new comedy show. I ain't gonna say the name of it because it's purple right now. But you get the drift. It's a play on words. So, but if I say it, it'll still be illegal. But that comes at 9 p.m. tonight. New comedy series come on tonight. And then of course, we just here just to enjoy, man. Thank you, Mir65. I appreciate you for having me. Get a chance to see the beautiful princess and Lord Jeffrey and Nikki 24/7. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you.
Right. All right, Lord, take a deep breath before you go.
All right, y'all know who I am. It's Lord Just Me, Top Badge, feature show host. Monday nights, we have the karaoke and the type along. You can come over there and put up your best performance or just in the comments and type along. Tuesday nights, the best day on the app to have a featured show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is hypothetically, of course, where I give out real life hypothetical situations, get them acted out by real people. They give you real reactions. We have a real conversation. I might even bring up somebody that really went through the situation. Friday nights, I'm going back to it, y'all. We're going to go back to the family party. It's really just a party that goes on with myself and Brooklyn's own DJ at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One of the newest shows on the app that I think is going to do great works for the app is with Big Shiny. Both sides of the fence, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to both sides of the fence. One more thing, though. 6 o'clock on Sundays. Y'all get over there and get cooking with cakes. You hear me? You get over there and get the cooking with cakes. She be over there dishing up some stuff. I done missed every show. I promise to goodness. The whole Star Gang at 6 o'clock Sunday. We over there before she cooked me. Excuse me. Appreciate you, Nikki, for having me. Vibes, good to see you again. Princess, what's going on? Ooh, it's a jet. How you doing, bro?
Ooh, it's a jet. Yo, I'm never gonna forget that one.
We got to do it, man. You started it. You shouldn't have threw the jet that day, man. We here now because, hey, we trying to import, what's that app? TT. We gonna call it TT. You know what I'm saying?
Say less.
We was over there on TT. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. I appreciate everybody coming again. Today's topic is personal branding, which is an important thing for streamers. Not just, the big people. Everybody's involved in this, and we're just going to go over the subject. Is it realistic for streamers to use personal branding, or is it unrealistic? What's going on in the past and what's going on in the future? And our lovely co-host Nikki, you know what I'm saying, she gonna break down some things for us, so we gonna get into it. Nikki, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, Yeah, I want to, can you guys hear me okay? Is it
Yes.
okay now? Okay,
Very
perfect.
good.
I just want to start by saying, when we think about personal branding, think about yourself as a top badge, as a streamer, the shows that you have, and thinking about, does it empower you or does it set you up for having to fulfill unrealistic? That's one of the things. Are these expectations unrealistic? Can you meet them? Can you meet them on a weekly? And how do you even? So before we go, think about your own brand. Think about the values that you have behind you, what you want it to show. So you have that in your mind. Now, I'm going to ask you a little icebreaker. If you had to think about a person who represents personal brand, who would it be today? Could be past, present. Who would it be?
I'm gonna go with 50 Cent. Him and himself, for him to be able to brand his personality. Because if you think about it, 50 is one of the biggest trolls you're gonna ever see. But to see him go from being a street guy, knowing his history about him going to prison, being shot up, doing the music thing, but you see most artists fizzle after their music career. You see 50 Cent in everything. What I mean by that, you see him in things that you don't see him in. Power. He had this show that was on ABC Life. It's a bunch of different things that he got his hands in at all times. And that to me, and he just used who he was. He didn't use, you heard what he said, who was at the game all that water, that money, vitamin water? Whoever that was. Game all that money. Yeah, 250 million. He said on the song, they turned around and gave me 250 million. What the F? You can tell he used that 250 million to do other things. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's 50 to me.
Yeah, that's a good one. My next, or the Prince is going next. You know what I'm saying? Prince, ladies always first. I'll go ahead and go first. Okay, I'm going to say, you might not like
it's the pretending to ask me for me. Go ahead.
You might,
for me too.
Hey, it was nice though. He slid it right in
I
there.
don't know if we're going in order or not, but I mean, go ahead, Princess. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm here.
Please bless us with the vibes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I think y'all might not like this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Donald Trump, man. I'm gonna put out Donald Trump. You may not like what that man does. You might not like his principles. You might not like what he stands for. But understand, this man is a genius. How he does his marketing. Sometimes the things he's doing are not even real. But he's got people so into him and so into what he does, he might not even pay 250 people on his payroll, whatever it may be. I'm telling you, the man knows what he's doing. He uses negative. I wish we could do it. Use negative as a motivation because he uses negativity in such a way. I'm just telling you. His antics might not be what you like, but you gotta still respect the man's hustle and how he presents himself. And that's the part I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the political part, but. That's who I would say. That's who I would say. Yeah.
I'm gonna tap back into that.
I was gonna say what Elle said, but after listening to them, I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson is an amazing example of personal branding, both the ups and the downs. Because at the ups of his career, he had people literally naming their children after him. Like at the height of his career, as a child, he had grown adults passing out in the aisles. He changed the way people dressed. He changed the way what was cool. He changed the way people viewed men dancing. And still to this day, right now, he's still the artist that we see, Usher, Chris Brown. We see his influence whether we like it or not. And even in his downtime, it was still the most talked about thing at the time that he was there. The Michael Jackson case was the biggest case that could possibly be going on. And we didn't even really know what was going on. We just knew that Michael Jackson was going to court. And everybody wanted to know, what was it? He did it. He didn't do it. We're still right now, that man has been gone for 5-6 years now. And we're still talking about whether or not. And the case was before some of us were even born. And we still did he do it? I don't know if he did it. They saying he didn't do it. And his brand is still his brand. Michael Jackson is still a household name. And the fact that his household name also opened up the doors for the rest of his family. Janet Jackson. The Jackson 5 is still one of history's greatest musical acts. They led to us having other musical acts. Boy bands were a thing because they had saw the success from the Jackson family. So when I think about your brand and the influence of your brand, him capitalizing on that height and then striking out on his own and making something that has lasted past his lifetime is what that really is encompasses. Like that's what it is.
Right. We talked about that a little last week, Nikki. You remember I mentioned Michael Jackson. He has kids in other countries singing every lyric to his song, and they don't even know English,
Right.
but they know a Michael Jackson song.
Right.
You know, so his personal branding is definitely, you know, he shaped everything. You know, with music. A lot. Anytime you see a person move a certain way, you like, he probably got that from Michael Jackson. Either you think of Michael Jackson and James Brown, you know. So
Chris
we're
Brown
not
is Michael Jackson.
right. So I was Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, you know,
Kobe.
Kobe, of course, you know.
Mir, who
Beyonce, because if somebody don't say Beyonce,
Right,
El's gonna morph into
Elle
something to
said-
jump
Elle
on
said
us. Don't ever
Elle
forget
said
Beyonce.
Elle said Beyonce.
I'm
So
kind of refrain from saying Beyonce, but since y'all want to say that, go ahead.
you know, I think that Donald Trump and Beyonce have one major thing in common. They can tell people to do something without telling them to do it. You know,
Okay.
don't get the beehive sent to your front door, or don't say, you know, if you guys want to go down the street and tear up the building, I'm not telling y'all to do it. You know, so yeah, influence.
I mean, people were tearing up cars back when that Lemonade album came out. Although they had did stuff to earn the car tearing up before the album came out. We just had to, you know, it was the car. It wasn't, you know, it was the battery. It wasn't the vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, Nikki, you wanted to touch on something?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to touch on. I wanted to hear who you thought.
Oh, okay. My personal person would be. Hold on. I was trying to look his name up before I even really. But I'm gonna say the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Man. I was gonna look up the voice of the Kool-Aid Man because he was in a lot of different things. But the Kool-Aid Man for sure, because everybody knows Kool-Aid. Everybody knows the brand, whether you actually tasted it or not. It was always that drink. You know, everybody knows the large jar busting out of the brick wall. We know that if you threw a glass in a brick wall, it would break. So how was he that strong to break through everything? And he was everybody's favorite. Red. I don't even know the flavor. What's the flavor? It's red.
It's
Cherry.
Is it cherry though?
It's fruit punch.
Red is cherry. The original red is cherry.
It's tropical punch.
Exactly. It don't matter. Y'all both know about Kool-Aid. My point exactly. Everybody know about Kool-Aid, and everybody call Kool-Aid by the color, not even the flavor all the time. You know, a lot of these good restaurants out here they sell Kool-Aid. You know, the soul food spots, they got like infused Kool-Aids and stuff like that. It's always a go-to. How do you actually make Kool-Aid? Depends on the person. Do you pour the water first, the sugar, the powder, or do you pour this first? You know, everybody, it's a great debate on how do you make Kool-Aid. So that's my person, the Kool-Aid Man.
The Kool-Aid Man.
And I have a second one, Slim Jim.
Step into a Slim Jim or bite into
Right.
one of them. I remember something like that. It was the wrestler, though.
The wrestler, Randy Savage.
Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Everybody know they in good hands with Allstate. Everybody can't afford Allstate, but they know if you get the money to get you small State, you in good hands. That black dude with the
State
deep voice
Farm,
gonna show up in
you know, these are personal brands. And just like the guy that did Dell, you guys remember him? Dude, you're getting a Dell. Had everybody going out getting Dell computers. Because the people who actually represented the brand made it, because if you look back at a lot of those commercials and stuff, a lot of stuff was improv. You know, they came up with that stuff. You know, not, hey, say this. And they kept saying it wrong so many times. It's like, you know what, dude, you're just getting a deal. You know, stuff like every kid knows Cocoa Melon or you know, like these are brands that we know, even as parents or just regular people, everybody know who Cocoa Melon is, even whether you've seen it or not. You know, you heard the noise, you know, so.
Cocoa Melon.
Yeah, that one.
If you guys are just now tuning in, welcome to How Times Have Changed. I'm your co-host, number 7, here with Mir. We got Lord Just Me, Vibes in the building, and Princess T. Am I saying it Tia, right? Princess Tia. I don't see the Tia, but I know it's the 31 million right there is what I see.
I just did it yesterday.
We're talking about personal branding, you guys. Now, as streamers and as streamers of high quality, top streamers, I have some questions. Everyone has a smart, right? Everyone can have access to Canva. You can have access to all these different things on here. How do you think your access to having this smartphone, how has that changed your branding? You don't need a PR team anymore. Are you in charge of your own branding? Your family in charge of your branding? How does that happen for you as content creator?
If you don't need a PR team, then you don't have nothing going.
So you think you still need a PR team?
Hell, yeah, I can use that word. Hell yes, you need a PR team. You need people out there in order to do like my admins. I have Brittany, I have Demi, I have Lala, I have Tinky. There's no way I can do all of this stuff and still stream and be a content creator. I can come up with ideas and sit them here or do this, because in order for me to continue moving our brand, I have to be in front of the camera. I know I have to be in front of the camera, have to get these things going and keep them moving. But at the same time, the other things need to be going on. So if there's just idle time going while I'm on the camera, then that's a bad thing. I don't book all of these shows right now. Watch this, Brittany. When am I booked up to, Brittany, and how many shows do I have? I don't know these things.
You won't mind at the end of the month. Just
see. But Brittany knows exactly how many shows, exactly what date, exactly what time. End of September, over 20. Because I put myself on the Lord Just Me tour. I couldn't do this. Demi books all of the people for Demi and Tinky book all of the people for Hypothetically, of course. Lala runs the whole structure. She's been with me since day one, my original star. Like, she was my original admin. And she took her own time to go and get under another admin. Shout out to Supreme. It was working with Sweet Tea. Shout out Supreme. And Lala learned her thing. And then next thing you know, I was just in my stream. There would be people popping up saying, Lala sent me. I would look up, Lala would be saying, hey, you booked for this, you booked for this, you booked for this. And that allows you to work and be the talent that you are. If you can't work and be the talent that you are, then you and I gonna have nothing going. You know what I mean? And the thing with that is, if you actually have some talent, if you actually have the things going on that you say, other people will volunteer or want to be involved in your movement. They want to know, what can I help you with? And those are the type of people that you need around you. And whether you have a real PR team or not, if you look around all of these people that we talked about, they have people that are around them that are always saying, what can I help you with? What can I do? What can I fill in here for you? A PR team is definitely needed. There's no way of building a brand without one.
You know that when you know you're doing something when people get mad at you because you never asked them to be on your show. I'm like, what? How do I even know you're interested? Or people's like, you never told me to help with your show. You know, people randomly send you questions for your topics or stuff like that. That's when you know people really paying attention. So that means a lot. Shout out to the Star Gang.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to do a shameless plug right now. Shout out to the Scouts family though too, because that's
the
team. You know, y'all got some strong families out here, and look at that right there. Just show up and just pop up when you think it. The Stars do the same thing. We know Honor does the same thing. It's pretty dope. Like,
yeah, when you think of the top, I don't want to just be like the top 5, Nikki, but when you think of like the top families, groups on the app, you can't even, like Star Gang and the Scouts, you can't even say who's number 1 or who's number, because they're always in groups at the same time. A lot of shows, a lot of content, you know, and every time you see that shield or you see that star, you're like, okay, well, it's a Star Gang and Scout Gang takeover. You know what I'm saying? And you guys always show up and show out. It doesn't matter who it is, if it's L or if it's Casper or if it's Lord. You know what I'm saying? You guys have too many names, and everybody can hold their own individually too.
Sam, Kind-Hearted Babe.
Yep, all of them.
Yeah. I can send my team anywhere, and I'm so comfortable with that, bro. And that's the best thing in the world. Like, let me make sure we add Honor Family in there, because listen, I didn't see nobody do what Vibes came and did. Vibes followed at me, but what I'm telling you is, when you look up and see this man got shows everywhere, I'm telling you, I know for a fact that he's creating shows and not even just doing them himself. He's giving them to other people. His whole team is moving around. Like the Scouts, Honor Family, Stars, I'm gonna go ahead and get a love to where it's supposed to go. Double and his family over there.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Yeah.
family over there is some extreme content people over there, man. It's some more people on here that ain't even involved in families. If they are, they move. But it's a difference when you call out. You know for a fact when you call on Vibes, when you call on Casper, L, Kind-Hearted, Sam, myself. You know what you finna get, and that's the reason it's easy for us to be booked for these type of shows and things of that nature. We showing up and we showing out, and it's the thing. And it ain't even just the person that's in the box right now. It ain't me. It ain't Vibes. It ain't Princess. Look down in the comments. They keep this like moving. They running the numbers up for us. Man, listen, man. Ain't no way. When you say them names right there,
we all on the show. Give Vibes a turn.
He told y'all to be ready though, did he not?
I'm like, Vibes had started to go, and then he was like, "Wait, but let me cook. Hold on."
He warned us.
Red.
He warned us.
Hey man, I gotta say, real talk, shout out to Lord Just Me. I gotta give him some credit. I'm gonna give everybody some credit in here because all y'all inspire me. First of all, me and me on the podcast when it comes to how he does what he does. He shared many ideas with me, many things, many just gems that he shared with me. And Lord Just Me, we don't, like I say, we don't talk every day, man. But it seems like I don't know what it is about Lord. We just connected. And when I before I decided to become a top badge, and then when I decided to become a top badge, man, he called me. You know, we talked on the phone. Like, listen, this is what we can expect, and give him some pointers. When it comes to Princess, she's attached to, who she's attached to, Strawberry and all them. Man, they do it like how they do it. You know what I'm saying? And then here comes Nikki 24/7. The blessing. I call her the blessing. You know what I'm saying? We're not even in the same family, but we are the same family. I think when it comes to, I think we all feed off each other. When you come to talking about PR and talking about admin work and all that, listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna let Princess do her thing. Lord Just Me's admin, Brittany, actually puts me on too. When I'm telling you, it's the little things, man. And even if it ain't every single event, like Brittany has been in contact with me every single day. Just be like, yo, listen, Lord's doing this, Lord's doing that. And sometimes people might be like, oh man, I'm not posting Lord stuff, man. Just post it. Just post. Because if you're not gonna post this one, he's gonna sit about 5 more behind that one. Yeah. You had to post one of them. But anyway, Princess, go ahead and do your thing, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I put everybody on this panel and everybody in the comments. We appreciate all y'all. Dead serious.
No, you guys are so sweet. I think based off the fact that I do admin work, I am the PR team. Mm-hmm. So I think that we're always necessary. I'm never going to count myself out of a job. You definitely need a PR team. If you don't already have a family, you can go ahead and pay me. I think that it's very important. It's important to have somebody else singing your praises, because if you are the only person singing your praises, it sounds like bragging. But if somebody else is going around and telling people the glory of what you got to offer, it's a gospel. It's different. It's just like going to church. If you go to a church and they only have one member, are you going back to that church? Mm-hmm. But if you go to a church and it's packed from the front to the back, you're going to be there every Sunday because you want to see what's making all these people come back. So that's what the goal of PR is to make people, it's to sensationalize what it is you have to offer. And that's our goal. Like, I want to make it seem like I have the best thing in the back and you got to get to the back. I want you clamoring at the doors. I want you, hey, listen, hey, I didn't know you knew such and such. Can you get me in? Relax, I got you. When you free. Yeah. Now we got something to do, like, and it's the brand building as well for yourself. Like, when you do that, people know you for who you are. Like I said, when I came in here, I have my own brand in the midst of supporting other people. I'm the friendly neighborhood homegirl. If you see me, you know I'm your friendly neighborhood homegirl. That's the first thing you're gonna know when you come to my stream. Oh, we over here with the friendly neighborhood homegirl. It's in my bio. It's everywhere you can find me because that's my brand. And as that being my brand, it's very easy for me to approach people. I want you to know I'm friendly. So that way, if I come to you and I'm like, hey, got an opportunity I think you'll be really great for, I'm not going to get any backlash because my energy is saying, hey, I'm friendly. What's up? So we can get something done. And those are the people you need around you, people who can get stuff done. Because you can't always get everything done.
As the personality, as the person bringing the message. I think that that's very. I really appreciate the way that you guys put that in content streaming and your network, your family, the people that you have around you as the PR team. I think that's important for people that are out there thinking about who they're rocking with, who their families are, who their people are. They're thinking about getting into streaming themselves, becoming a top badge, or getting a feature. Amir, you got a question you want to ask?
Yeah. What's your favorite color? All right. So
Here, let me get 2 seconds from you.
go ahead, bro.
I want to shout out Mir. Without Mir, I wouldn't have the confidence to be doing the movement that I'm doing. Like she just said that we were using our tag experience. If it wasn't for Mir and a couple other people, but Mir was definitely one of those people that was huge in it, I wouldn't have been able or had the courage to move around like I do. See, we learned that PR thing that we was just talking about right now. We learned that over here, and bro was a part of that with us. But he was part of my motivation on the back end, talking about, bro, you should be doing this. You can do more. You can do more. I couldn't. The stuff he was talking to me about, I'm like, man. But it's for you, bro. Without you, bro, like I don't have, like I said, the courage to move like I just did, bro, and be successful somewhere else. But that came back to what the subject that we was on. We was able to learn over here and build our PR team, and then once we got there, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Appreciate you.
I could say like I appreciate that, man. Because one thing about this app in general is guys can't get game from guys on here. There's a door closed. Women support each other over here all the time. We see it in our face, but there are certain blocks when it comes to like guys giving each other game or trying to even talk to you or anything. It's some kind of weird, we know what it is, but it's just weird over here with that, So when somebody asks me something, if I know something, I'm just gonna tell people, because what am I gonna hold it back for? Tag is not the end, the outcome. You know what I'm saying? There is many other things you could be doing out here, and this prepares you to do that. I tell people that all the time. Vibes comes to me and asks me stuff just how Lord did. I feel the same stuff that I would tell Lord, I would tell Vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is what you should think past Tag. Tag's not going anywhere. Get what you can from here. Why would you just stay in one place? There's no brand out there that's involved in one thing. There's so many companies. Like I used to work for Pepsi, right? And do you know what things Pepsi owns besides Pepsi? They got Quaker, they got Tropicana, they got energy drinks, they got all this stuff, right? 172 brands when I left. I worked there 9 years. They had 172 brands. So now they got even more. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Like Ray J tried to put his name on everything. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you do that? Why would it just be like, all right, I'm a tag streamer and that's it? I just get on here and do tag. That's it.
I had to take the tag off my
didn't I tell you? Wait, I don't know if I told you to do that.
Months ago, I'll have to go ahead and say this. The man told me this at least 6 to 7 months ago, and I just had to do it because I'm no longer just that. The brand has expanded. It's crazy, bro. Y'all wouldn't even understand that this world is different, bro. I'm being recruited by so many people, and I'm talking about, like, you look at certain things like, oh, they offering to everybody this, and then when I go look at what they offering me, it'd be totally different than and then I get that everything is negotiable. Oh yeah, man. Listen, y'all.
Right? Why would you? And that's a simple thing. 6'5" Mir Tag. I never had it say that. Why would I? I'm on multiple platforms. Why would I?
Yeah, and
that's a simple thing.
For real, they think, oh, he's locked in with this brand because it's locked on his name. He probably can't even talk to us because you got to be locked in because they got exclusive contracts around here. For all you people, the streamers that don't know what's really going on, hey, this world is real big. Tag is just only a piece of it.
All right.
Y'all gonna do that on the feature? That's why I keep making these faces. I just want y'all to know these faces is like, oh, y'all gonna do it on the feature?
Yeah, because this is the thing. This is the thing about it. When I've been having my show for a year and a half plus, right? And I've learned from other streamers with shows what you can say, what you can't say, what you can talk about, what you can't talk about, different things like that. And there's nothing wrong with talking about certain things. As long as you don't use their name specifically, that's what they have a problem with. But being a personal brand is not a problem, and talking about moving around is not a problem. If it was, then they would have us sign contracts to make sure our shows never leave. our brand never leave, we never leave. You know, if they're not doing that, then what's going on? All right.
I don't know what they got in them terms and conditions.
Hey.
Have you ever read all the terms and conditions? They might own your intellectual property and you don't even know because you agree every time you go live that you're gonna get them whatever intellectual property you come up with on their live app. You might want to go fine tooth comb them terms and conditions.
Hey, if you listen, if you
that's why you have so many different ideas. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying certain people you could believe like they didn't went through the terms and conditions, like you could trust what certain people say. But if you don't know yourself, you know, and you need to know, go ahead and look through it. But you know,
so you said you read it.
I know for myself. That's why I said I know for myself what I can do and what I can't do. I don't know about anybody else, but you know, yeah. All right. Question for you. We'll start with you, Tia. Looking back at the rise of influencers, has it changed the perception of fame? Is it easier or harder to maintain a personal brand now compared to the earlier days of social media?
Yes. I think that it has changed what fame is and what we view as fame, because there's a lot of people that go live or buy clothes that are famous, but they don't actually do anything but go live or buy clothes. Like they don't have any actual skills, and we're watching them like develop skills. Like I like to use Ari, the Ari, the Don. She is a career child mother. Like her initial influence came from the fact that she had a famous significant other, and she built off of that. And she's now creating her own thing, which is like the makeup brand. And with that, like she was a regular person that was able to make millions buying clothes, going to the club, shaking her butt, all the things that they say they don't want us to do. She's been able to become a millionaire. So now girls who are attracted to that lifestyle are like, well, you can't tell me that this isn't successful because I have an example of this being successful. So you can't tell me that I can't go and invest $20,000 and get my body done and I could be famous one day, because I've seen a bunch of people spend $20,000 get their body done and they're famous now. So you can't tell me that I gotta go to school and finish school. I really don't have to focus on school. I could just go get me a loan, get my body done, get to the stripper pole, and I could be somebody. I've seen a bunch of people do it. So, and that is the influence that we now see. Like that is one lane. That's its own lane now. Versus you had to have a talent. In the past, you had to be extraordinary in some way to think that you were going to be famous. Like you couldn't just be a good singer. You had to be a great singer. And if you weren't a great singer, you had to be a great performer. And you have an okay voice, but you had to perform real, real great. Or you had to be exceptionally beautiful and they'd give you the rest. Like Milli Vanilli. They couldn't sing, but they look good. So we're gonna give you some voices and we're gonna make up for the rest. Because you had to be something exceptional. And now you just kind of and now the exceptional is able to be carbon copied. So now you just got to be accessible. That's what it is. It's not even, it's not exception about it. Nobody has to be exceptional anymore. You just have to be accessible. If I can see you a lot, you're going to be famous. Like, look at the people that are famous from TikTok. It's because they make a lot of videos and everybody watches their videos. They're accessible all the time. I can always find out your business. I can always see you. You're always available for me. The accessibility is what keeps people popular now. And popularity is now fame.
Vibes, what you think?
I think that people back in the day had it harder, which made them. If you were able to keep your brand up back in the day, man, you were a genius. That's why I think that, like, you look at, like I say, I'll go back again. I hate to say it, but Donald Trump, like his brand's been from back in the day to now. So he's still mastered. And of course, it goes back to what Laura was saying. Everybody was saying PR team, all people behind the scenes who help him revolutionize or evolve his brand and marketing. So with that being said, I think today it's a whole lot easier. Like, for instance, I'm not gonna lie to you, Honor Family, when it came to Honor Family, I don't even know how people heard about us so much. I was just doing work. I was just working, and that came from looking at people like Lord Just Me and Mir, you know what I'm saying, and Strawberry, whole gang over there, how they were doing it. Then you look at, then here comes Nikki 24/7 again. I'm keep pitching y'all because y'all have definitely influenced me, but I was just doing work, bro. Like, and then the content was just coming out, like ideas was coming, creativity was coming, so I mean, and able to, and I do my own banners and I do my own thing. So it's just, it's an endless amount of work you can do to promote yourself, brand yourself. If you don't know how to make it out here, if you're not making it out here, you're being lazy. That's go ahead and be real with it. You're being lazy because there's so many ways across the board. And you look at everybody on this panel has done it, and everybody in the comments has done it as well. Just it's plenty of ways to do it. And so it's easier now, but the only thing different between now and then, that the attention span of people today is a lot shorter. So you have to learn how to, promote and brand in a very short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Versus like we can watch a Michael. Remember y'all watch, like she said, Michael Jackson. Right. We waited in a halftime show, in a commercial. Oh, Michael Jordan was premiering his 6-7 minute music video. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Today is not easy.
A great person vibes to Myron. I can't think of his last name. Myron.
Oh,
yeah. He tells you how to pretty much market the elevator pitch and master the 3-second video, right? So once you master the 3-second video, how do you master the 1-second video? It's people that took them 30 years to figure out how I can capture somebody's attention in 3 seconds. So yeah, they spend their whole life how to do that, So now we don't have to do that. We could create something ourselves. When you go on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, they tell you the videos that do the best are between 2 and 5 seconds.
I think about that app. What was it called?
You talking about Vine?
Vine. So I'm younger than everybody. My graduation, we did it for the Vine. That's what we did before we threw up our caps. Our principal was like, do it for the Vine. We not gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. And then we threw our caps up. We did a thing. Like that.
Man,
people
Lord.
are millionaires off of Vine. Right. Cardi B.
Was you on Vine, Lord?
No, I think I was somewhere else when the Vine.
Oh yeah, you was on the beach.
21. LeBron James.
So listen, ask me the question again, Mir.
All right, bro, I got you. Looking back, the rise of influencers, have it changed the perception of fame? Is it easier or harder to maintain personal branding compared to now, or the earlier days of social media? So the earlier days of social media versus the new times.
Seriously though, it definitely has changed the perception. Let me stay right on topic right this time. It changed the perception because now everybody thinks they can do it. Not only do everybody think they can do it, now everybody has the opportunity to try. And what people don't realize is that these companies make money off you trying. Secondly though, everybody thinks they can do it. So I'm gonna say this like I say all the time. Well, I say it in my head. I try not to say it out loud too often. If everybody could do what we're doing right now, let's just use us. I'm gonna just go ahead and use this. If everybody can have a top badge. If everybody can have a feature show. If everybody could be a leader of a family. If everybody could do great numbers in there, everybody would be, right? So the perception has changed that it's easy to get on. So then now, here's the thing though now. It's harder now for us to maintain a brand and keep your brand going because you have these fly-by-nights. You have these people that don't put in no work. You have these streamers that pop up out of nowhere. They stream for a couple days. They not, they have a big night for some reason. Not everybody thinks or they pop on and they got an extra $5,000 to spend right now. Because see, when you learn this stuff for real, you understand what's really going on. So they flash real quick. People draw to them. They run them up. Some of your people end up going over there. But see, the difference between them and us is when you build a consistent thing, right? When you build a brand for real, and that thing is consistent, it's like the little engine that could. It don't matter how many locomotives fly past you right now. The little engine that could kept going, right? And it passed them same locomotives that flew past them because they were crashed on the side of the road. Because you don't know what, they PR team wasn't right. So these people have left them and now they just figured out that they can't run this train by themselves. You hear me? They can't, they done ran off the wrong people, did the wrong thing. Listen, if the perception has changed, but what has not changed is the work. If you look at all the people that are successful, it's some people that got on out of just by chance and then cultivated what they got on by, but it's some people that got on by chance and squander their chances. You hear me? Because there's no way in my eyes, me being a man that's been incarcerated as long as I have, been through the lifestyle that I lived and everything else, to look up one day and look 8 months into streaming and be like, what? I made what? Hold on, time out, skirt. I don't want to lose whatever this is I got going. So let me learn what this is I have going. Let me pay homage to the people that it is around me, and then go and do the thing and learn and get this right and build it like I'm supposed to. The perception has changed, but the work hours haven't. Princess said something that's crazy, and this is how I win. I swear to God, I feel like I win. She said, now it's not no long, it's about being accessible. Well, who was streaming more than Lord? 24-hour streams, 32-hour streams.
That's one of the biggest things with streaming. When that day you go missing, all your people leave.
They leave. Yeah. I remain accessible. Why? And then you have to learn the tricks of the trade. So here's a streamer tip, and I'm going to be done talking. If you don't have a group chat that keeps your people engaging with each other while you're not online, then they're going to engage with somebody else while you're not online. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Mary. I'm done.
It also helps that you got 1,000 people over there. Like,
all right. I just taught somebody something the other day about numbers, right? Would you rather have 1,000 zombies following you, or would you rather have 30 soldiers following you?
I'd rather have 10 soldiers than 1,000 cowards any day. That's any dude that's lived in the streets or been at war vibes or been these. Listen, you can have all these talkers, keep them. I really just need 3. I need somebody on this side, behind me, and on this side. Want to know why? Because all of us now have each other back. And I know one thing, vibes. Don't fall, bro. That's the motto. Just don't fall, bro. We're going to make it up out of here.
Right. There's many platforms for Shy. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate the answers that you guys give and the different point of views. For real. Fame is, we got to think that streaming is still new, right? It's been out for not even 20 years yet, right? I was streaming on another platform many years ago, and I never would see myself still streaming today. There's still people continually to download these apps every day, and shows and brands, all this stuff is new to these platforms, So, and it doesn't matter how many people are involved in something, your niche, because they say your niche, like whatever show you got going on, whether it's improv or if you have a debate show or a panel, it doesn't matter how many people are in that niche, you can still make it. It just depends on the person. When people want to become rappers and they want to do this, they believe in that dream with their full heart, and they don't care who comes along with them or not. They're going to keep doing it. And like most people that become millionaires, you look at the list, normal age for a millionaire is in their 40s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you've been doing this your whole life, and then finally 40, 50, you hit it, so don't get discouraged. They tell you on social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok, hey, if it takes you 5 years to get 100,000 followers, would it still be worth it? Because they'll, so just think about things like that when you keep doing your brand. Don't get discouraged, because I've been like that also. Like, oh, you know what? I ain't doing this show no more. Nobody ever comes. It don't matter. But now I see the product of the show versus everybody that comes in here. Yeah, I don't have a bunch of views. I don't have this and I don't have that, but I have my lessons sitting in here.
Experiences.
Yep, my experience. And if I could share the game, I'm gonna share the game. And then I could go around and I'm like, you know what? I want to go kick it in Lord Live, or I go kick it in Vibes Live, or I go kick it in Tia Live, or go to Nikki 24/7, go learn some history. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. To be able to go and see stuff and you hear something, you're like, man, did I say that before? Oh, that's cool. They actually gave me props for something that I never even thought that I said for real. So that's really good. And just to see the growth of your friends is wonderful also. All right. I had a question that was a little off, but Nikki, do you have anything while I find this question?
Yes. I want to come back to that first thing that I told you guys to think about: your brand, what it is, and the values that you stand. And I'd like for you to share that with the audience. What is your brand, and what values are you unwilling to compromise?
I'm gonna be brief because I'm always long, so I'll be brief real quick. So, values of my brand are real easy. My brand means something. Star Gang means something. Star means standing together, always ready. And if we don't epitomize that, And I don't know who does on this app. We standing together, always ready. The gang means greatly appreciated, noble, and guaranteed. Greatly appreciated, noble, and guaranteed. Lastly, the things that we're standing on over here are the same things that I stand on in my life, in real life. It's not just something I say, it's what I live by. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's it. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And those are the core values of what I stand on and my brand. I bring that to that brand. And the people that are involved in that brand are in that brand. I believe they all stand on those same values in whichever way they stand on them in their lives. Go ahead, Vibes.
Lord, just me,
I was showing
2024.
the type. You said brief. I was
Tap in.
typing it. You see my finger.
Tapping in, piggybacking on what Lord said, man. First of all, the way the Lord does it, we've heard it from all over the app, or we might have heard it. They always say, "Oh, Lord's over there doing this, got him drinking Kool-Aid, got him doing that." Listen, how do you even fix yourself to say something like that about somebody bringing black people together? First of all, we're bringing black people together, okay? Second of all, we're bringing men and women together, which is even harder, okay? Third of all, together in period. I mean, I work, like I said, we work with different people, but I would say, okay, in the strength of honor family means the meaning is to represent service to humanity, loyalty, integrity, honor, and respect for all people. If you don't represent that, then you aren't family. And I've used that in my everyday life as well. I have walked away from family members. I said, if you don't live by this, then I can't condone that. Not saying I'm walking you from family because you blood, but that doesn't mean just because we blood doesn't mean we, together. We don't have the same vision. I want to see us together. You know what I'm saying? So honor, to me, honor family, it just came together, and I think living by those, and I was Air Force for 10 years. So I brought those core values from the Air Force and I brought them into real life and made them happen within my family. So, and then, hey, I know we've all had it done before, and I'm gonna let Princess go. I love when people walk away from me.
Who? Yes, sir.
I love it. At first, when I first happened to me, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, hold on, why are so many people walking away? And then I started to understand, when you start walking in discernment, God gonna let you know, listen, I'm pushing them away from you. It's not necessarily that you did something wrong, but listen, I'm one of those people that I'm very humble in my approach, and I know that whatever they did to me, I would never do that to them.
Mm-hmm.
So once I learned that aspect of it, I was like, I'm good with me. I'm good with me. Whatever mistakes I made, I learned from that and I move on. But the same, I lost the problem and I gained more than I lost. So that's what I'll say about that. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.
So my brand is, of course, the friendly neighborhood homegirl, and I think what I'm unwilling to compromise on is my respect. I can be everything that you need me to be, but you are going to respect me in the midst of all of that. And if at any point I feel as though I haven't been respected, we have no reason to do anything else. I have learned from being a streamer, and especially from being an admin, how to politely tell people no thank you. And it was something I had a lot of problems with, because if you know me personally, then you know I like to curse. So having switched roles from somebody who would just cuss at you, and then it's like, oh, well, she's doing this to me, so then you have a reason to scapegoat. I've now been able to communicate with people in a way that's like, hey, listen, appreciate everything that you have to give. It's just not what I need. Thank you very much for your service, and move on. And nobody's hurt, nobody's scratching at nothing. And if I need to reutilize that resource, I can, without having to worry about I gotta eat crow or I gotta be on my hands and knees or whatever, what have you. I can just, hey, listen, at that time I didn't need what you had to offer. Right now, somebody else I'm working with needs what you have to offer. Are you willing to work with them? And that'll just be what it is. The other thing I'm not willing to compromise on is my integrity. I am a person that is very big on my integrity and who I am as a person. I refuse to act as though I don't know how to handle myself or how to conduct myself, because you might want something out of me, but that doesn't mean I have to give it to you. I actually had to go through that recently. I had did somebody's show, and they were trying to goad me into an argument. Like everything I said, the other person on the panel was like, well, what about this? Well, you didn't think about this. And I was like, hey, so listen, if you want to debate with me, I got a show 1 p.m. every Sunday. You're more than welcome to come over. But I don't debate on anybody else's platform because that's what I do on mine. So if you'd like to enjoy my, my back and forth, come on over. But other than that, I'm not doing that. So you can express your opinion and I'm going to express mine. Okay. And otherwise, y'all can finish the show without me. I'm fine with that as well because I'm not going to do something I don't want to do. I'm very strong about my convictions and ain't nobody changed my mind.
All right.
See, if the top badge, if they ain't know, man. Today you earned that thing for real, for real.
Right. All right, man. I appreciate everybody coming like always. You know what I'm saying? On Wednesdays we podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you guys can, let them know what you got going on. Everybody fave each other. Hit the boxes with a fave. Go check out everybody's content, joint content and individual content. And wherever you see the shields, the stars, princess, you guys got something going on there. It's not just going to be you sitting there chilling. You're going to learn something somewhere.
I ain't going to say that.
You're going to learn something. You feel like, nope, we ain't even going to open up that. But yeah, you're going to learn something somewhere.
Not every day. On Sunday, though. On Sunday, you're going to learn whatever I got to teach you.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to be brief again. So this is what I got to say before I get out of here, man. Shout out to Mirror. I appreciate you, bro. You helped me broaden my horizon. That's real talk. Nikki, I didn't know who you was a little while ago, though, but on everything I love, this whole app know who you is, love. You are an influence on here. You are doing great work on this app. You are somebody that this app needed, for real, for real. I'm glad to know you and be a part of anything that you got going, anything you need me for. I'm around vibes. I ain't even got to say nothing, bro. You know what's going on between me and you, bro. Sis, my sister for top badge, princess for top badge, kind-hearted babe for top badge. Let me say this one more time. Kind-hearted babe, tag, Eden, Zach, Chris, I call Ryan, I call names.
Joe, Paige.
I've done a lot of work for this
Bruno.
app. I've built a lot of other badges around here. The one thing I've not gotten yet that I've been asking for that I've worked for is for one of my original stars to get their badge. And this is somebody that deserves it. Kind-hearted babe is a great content creator. She's a great influencer. She's one of the most positive people in the world on this negative. Y'all know what this app bring out, and she remains herself. Kind-hearted babe for top badge around here. Thank you very much.
Big shout, my God, Lord. Appreciate that. Go ahead, princess.
Okay. Well, if you don't already know, again, I'm your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Princess Tia. Like my brother said, I am running for top badge. I'm an admin for Top Badge Strawberry Red and Top Badge Beautiful J for both their shows. Downtime on Sundays at 4 p.m. and Life Happens 8 a.m. on Thursday mornings, as well as my own show, Pretty Problem Podcast, at 1 p.m. By the way, I don't know if y'all know or not, but I'm having my very first event next month. I am hosting a day party auction. So if you are a streamer and you think that you lit, if you really think you can feel like you feel like you can get people turned, can you do it at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? I want to see who can do the best day party, and whoever can host the best day party tags has ever seen will get a purple VIP dragon wheel for me. And the last time I sent one of those, it hit 400K. So not trying to get if y'all are open and you are available, I am taking signups whenever I go live. If you want to come by, send the party bus, because I also have a wheel that I do and I don't want to get the entries mixed up. So if you're interested in that, come see me. Thank you, guys.
All right.
You know the vibes as always, man. Thank you, Mia, for having me 24/7. As always, a Monday, Love and Order, 10 p.m. soon to be a feature. 10 a.m. soon to be a feature on Mondays. We got Wednesdays, It's Okay to Be Human, at 10 a.m. as well, and we have the new comedy show, which y'all can check out tonight. It is at 9 p.m. with me, Duddy Ocho, and Over TV. Then we have Virgo auction September 13th, which is the winner of the Virgo auction actually will win a Goldie. I have Goldie as a first prize, so we're trying to get all my Virgos in there. You know what I'm saying? I love my Virgos all day, so that's why I decided to put the ante up a little bit. You know, if you're a Virgo, make sure you holler at me in the inbox and we get it in. Also, make sure you tap in with men. Real women don't hate panels that happen on Thursdays, bi-weekly on Thursdays. I'll be tapping into all y'all. I appreciate y'all giving me the time and the effort, man. I thank y'all. God's everything, man. God's everything. I appreciate y'all.
All right. You got anything to tell them, Nikki, before we get out of here?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you guys for joining us. This was wonderful. You guys dropped some gems. I took some notes. I hope everybody out there. I mean, you were giving it to them, letting them know what they need to do. Take something out your name if you need to. If you want to expand your horizons, check out some other places. Really stand on your values, your core values, and make sure you know what your core values are. Because if you don't know what they are, how are you going to stand on? How are you going to stand on them? I really appreciate you guys coming through.
One more note.
Right. Go ahead.
One more note real quick. I forgot the pull down. Make sure you follow the at the pull up now. At the pull up now is my other account where we promote streamers. On that, it's nothing but promoting streamers, and that's all it is. And also, Kind-Hearted Bay for top badge, Nikki 24/7 for top badge, and Princess for top badge. Make sure let's get it in. Shout out to admins we have. Y'all heard. I hope y'all hear me.
No, Nikki was going for that badge. Y'all crazy. That lady ain't got no badge. Hurry up. Tag, hurry up. Let me be the ghetto.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. You guys, I appreciate it. It's been how times change. Remember come back.
I'd be hilarious at Lord House. Whenever I make it through the food stamp line that he called his day box, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? The jokes just be flowing. It's something about, it's something about the atmosphere. All the stars are amazing. If you guys don't already know them personally, definitely try to get to know them, go in their streams. Sam I Am has a show that I think is hilarious that nobody really talks about, but it's hilarious. It goes down in the DM. Is hilarious. Okay, she reads some of the craziest stuff that she gets inboxed on this app. So y'all need to tap in with the stars for real. It's definitely a lot of talent in the sky over there. Okay.
This made me feel bad, so now I got to do the whole promo. So listen, y'all make sure y'all tune in to my baby. Listen, Sam I Am. I don't care what other Sam you know. It's only one Sam I Am. Right? She does. It goes down in the DMs. Right? You hear me? What she does is she goes in the inbox. She has people send in stuff. But what she does not do is she keep it 100. She's a real person. You hear me? She is not revealing the names of the people that's in these DMs. You do not have to worry about your career being ended on tag. If you just fish us hoes or ask to suck some hoes or something, she gonna read it, but she ain't gonna tell everybody it's you. It's one of the best shows. It's not featured on this app. Sam is one of the up-and-coming streamers on this app. There's definitely going to be a top badge, a professional woman, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and tune in with Sam I Am. Princess, I don't appreciate you putting me on blast like that. But it's my
I'm going to do it again. By the way, make sure y'all tap in the She Code.
Sam is right before the fade party on Fridays. So Sam is what time, y'all? What time?
Fridays.
8:30? Saturday.
Saturdays is
big stupid trouble. I'm gonna shut the F up.
Okay. By the way, the other one that y'all need to tap into is the She Code. The She Code. That's what I was bringing up next. Y'all gotta tap into the She Code. If you are a woman in here and you want to be influenced by other women, and hear some really dynamic conversations from some women and get some really great point of views, definitely tap in with the ladies on the She Code on Saturdays. They have some really, really great topics. One of the ones I stumbled into was about family dynamics, and a lot of people don't talk about stuff like that. So there is a lot of thought-provoking conversation going on in these streams, and y'all need to tap in for real. And that's with Top Badge, Demi Goddess, you know what I'm saying? They also will be on Downtime this Sunday at 4 p.m. So if y'all want to get a little taste of how they give it up, you know what I'm saying? Stop in on Saturday. Find out how the show go, and then come see them on Sunday and see how they relax. Okay? Period.